What are you seeing about the overall desire of people to want to interact in this way?
Well, let's start off by saying that we are in the beginning of the next technological revolution, right? So for the first time, we're seeing a lot of new technologies developing at the same time. We have augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, everything coming at the same time, creating new opportunities that we haven't seen before. I mean, Apple, they stand for quality, and they have been working on this headset for many years, obviously. So everyone is, of course, very exciting of what they're going to release.
Yeah.
But what we are seeing from our point of view is the benefits that we're seeing with these technologies are a greater shift, I think, than with the smartphone or the internet.
But what needs to happen? Does the price point need to be more accessible for this really to go mainstream?
Well, I think, right now we are in the business to business where we're seeing the real results, right? If you're using virtual reality for training and education, for example, you can lower your costs with 80%, have a retention of 70%, and you learn 4 times faster than any other training method out there. So, I mean, for this to become more mainstream, we need a headset that is more fashionable, that is a little bit cheaper. And of course, content is king. It has to add value to us. It has to make sense for us to put on a headset instead of using our phones.
And I think that's the point, Emma, is many would feel that actually, until you've tried it, you can't knock it. But the trying of it is going to be the hard thing. How do you get out there, market these products? How do you ensure that everyone can see the benefits?
Well, I think that, to your point, the content is king here. We need to have experiences that really showcases what these technologies can do. Because instead of being on the internet or just looking at the internet, we're going to be inside the internet, using all of our senses and engaging in whole new ways. And I think when we can see content and apps that will really show how these technologies will change our life, then I think it will become much more mainstream. And I think gaming and social media and those areas are really exciting and fun. But the greatest benefits for humanity will be in training, education, and just like the first internet revolutionized these areas, so will Web 3.0 and the metaverse.
Of course, there's lots of hand-wringing about that. There's worries. In the same way you mentioned artificial intelligence, we're worrying about the regulation of that, the safe and ethical use of it. We're worried about people living too much of their lives in a virtual or augmented reality. How are you thinking about that? Because I know over in Sweden there's much thought to this.
Well, I think that we have almost lost the whole generation for a 2D world, right? We missed when we had the smartphones to actually educate people on how to communicate with each other. I see this actually as a window of opportunity where we're leaving this very limited 2D world behind us and entering a more natural state of a 3D world. And I think when we're entering these worlds, we're going to see how we spend our time and how we can use this to feel better and to connect with each other. You are 3.75 times more emotional connected to the content that you can experience. So I think that we can use these technologies to kind of bridge those gaps that we have built.
And Emma, when we first introduced you, we heard of all the companies you've been working with. In the economic environment and realities of it, are companies as willing to venture into this field?
Yes, and I think that what we need to solve are problems that we're facing at the moment. So, I mean, by the year 2025, 50% of everyone on the planet will be needing reskilling or upskilling. So, and the methods that we're using are costly and very time consuming. So companies are looking at new ways to solve problems that we're facing. And I think that if you're a company today within the production line, retail, or those types of areas, you need to have a look at a metaverse strategy.